In this video, we want to start styling these Eon cards here and also the one for the forecast. Now to get started, what I need to do is I'll give the Eon content a class. So I'll go into my home.html. So right here, I'll set a class. Maybe I'll call it slides page. Now every class or style I'll add it inside this main class, or I'll embed them inside this slides page class. Then the next thing is the Eon card that I have right here. I'll add a class and I'm going to call it current temp. Then after that, on the Eon card content, I'll add another class. I'm going to call this card content. Then on the H3, or first the H2 class, I'll call this temp. Then on the H3 class, I'll call this maybe description, short DESC. Then on this row, you can see I have two Eon rows. On the second Eon row, I'll add a class and I'll call the class row content. Now with all of these, I can go now to my home.scss file to start adding the styles. So first, this slides page, slides-page. Now everything I'll do will be inside the slides-page. Now what I want to do, if I go back to this home, you can see somewhere here we added this style height auto to Eon slides. I can take that out from here, just delete it, go back to the home.scss. So I'll set Eon slides and I'll set the height to auto and I'll set the important flag to it. Now the next one is going to be current temp. Now this current temp, first set the color light white. Then the next thing, I'll set the display to block, padding bottom, say something like 80%, width, let me set it to like 80%, then border radius 50%, then margin will be 0 auto. This is for the current temp right here. This class, that is the Eon card with class current temp. Now the next thing is this Eon card itself. I'll add some CSS. So we want to make the background to be something that's a little bit transparent. So Eon card, and this is going to apply to all Eon cards. So I'll use the arrow GBA, set the first part to 24 or 27, 24, 24, then the radius will be around 0.5. Then the color itself is going to be light white. So every color that is going to be inside this Eon card is going to have a color of white, and the background is going to be a little bit dark, not what we actually have right here. So I'll save this now, then go to the browser. As you can see, we don't have a perfectly round shape. We are going to fix that. And also, as you can see, the background image is just repeating. The background image inside the Eon content is repeating. So we are going to add some properties to the Eon content. So I'll come here. I can do Eon content. So background repeats. I'll say no repeats. Background position, I'll set it to top. It's going to start from the top. Then the background size is going to be cover. So for this Eon content, we are not going to have the images repeating. Rather, we're just going to have one image to cover the whole background. So I'll save this now, go back. And now the changes are not applied. The reason why the changes are not applied is because we added it into a class that is on the Eon content. Now this slides page is on the Eon content. So rather, let's take this one out from here and paste it outside, not inside the Eon content or the slides page itself. So I'll save, go back, then we are going to see the change. Now you can see, if even after adding the CSS here for this Eon content, we are still having some repeating backgrounds. Now the problem for this is coming from the directive. So to fix this, let's go to the set background directive. Here you can see we are using the template string, and I think this is the reason why we are having that problem. So what you're going to do, just pause this video and copy this new line. Instead of using the template string, just use the normal quotes, URL, then use this plus sign to concatenate. So pause the video, copy out this new line, change this part here to this new one that I added right here. This is going to fix the repeating background. So right now you can see now the background is no longer repeating. So if I check something else, you can see I don't have a repeating background. So now you can see it's working the way we want. Now to fix this here, I'll go into my home.scss. Now to fix this circle, instead of a circle is giving us an oval shape, I'll set the height of this ion card to 0. So inside the home.scss where we have current temp, I'll set height to 0. So it's not going to have any height. Then we can see now it's now a circular shape rather than an oval shape. What we need to do is to add styles to this text, move this icon to the middle, and also style this other text. Here I'm going to paste some codes. So right now I can take this location, don't have any location at the moment. Then take this one. Let me go back here. You'll see I don't have any location, so take the location out. Now this Eon temp is for this H2. Then we have the H3 class with description. Then I have the Eon avatar. So the temp, setting the font size, the text align, the font weight, the margin, and the color. Then the description, the let me set the text align property right here. Then I'll take this one out. Then for the Eon avatar, displays inline block, text align center. So now with this, let me save, then go back right here. Now we can see how it looks. What I'm going to do is I'll maybe increase the font size of this, then move this one down a bit. So to increase the font size, and this should be for the description, what I have right here, let me increase the description to 15. Then for the row content, we've not added any style. So I'm going to add the style for the row content into our home.scss. So somewhere here, I'll just paste in the code. I'll paste the code here for row content, which is this. Here, I just set a margin, a background, color, height, border radius, font size. Before I save, one thing I need to do is here, I need to change this class from card content. I think there's already a class called card content. So maybe I'll change this to card content without the dash sign. So now that I have this and I have the row content, I can save and then go ahead to look at it. So you can see here we set a background for this. So I'll move it down, increase the height and increase the font size. So right here, I can give it a margin top of maybe 20, then set the height to 30. Then the font size, let me increase it to 10 so that we can see what we have right here. Now you can see we've increased the font size, the margin. Let me increase this to 12 pixels. So, okay, now this is much more better. So now we've added these styles to this div. What we are going to do is maybe we could add another div, then just add one border radius right here. In the next video, we are going to do that.